Why didn't it go live? Hello? Sheesh, took all goddamn day. Oh wow, that is... Wow. That took like 40 seconds to go live. Are you fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. Oh great, I said an F word in like the first 7 seconds. Oh no. We're all going to hell, folks. Woo woo! Been really busy. No practice singing. So, yeah. Gonna miss that one this week. Oh, shit. But we got some cool stuff. I don't know, maybe that'll help. Yeah. Orange. That button is orange. Those lights are orange. The cap. The highlight on the name thing, that's orange.
What's up, everybody? I'm Scruff Dog, and you're here. We'll just go right through this real quick. If you're joining late, check your live indicator. Make sure you are with us if you want to follow along with chat. If anything gets weird, let me know, because we are running on half a band-aid right now. Like, there's, like, one of the computers is already ripped out of here, and as soon as this stream's over, this entire office is getting half cleared out, and we start installing the other computer. Alright, I can minimize that then, now that the stream started fucking 3 hours later. Oh, that was weird. Yeah, it is taking a while for my stream to start, too. Anyway, what's up, everybody? So we had the early crew in here. I think everybody but Franco Walker was here. Gas Masher, Joe Russ, and Phil in the kitchen. What's up, Bob E. Yorks? Big Clive is around here. Herbert Trowsafency, what's going on? Jamie Meikle, welcome. Rick Dastardly. Brad's Guitar Garage, what's up, legend? Charles Williamson. Benji, we have orange stuff. We'll get to that. Mr. Mouse is here. Graham Shelf, Clive C. Chopperini. Everybody's hanging out. What is up, Goofballs and everybody else? So, tonight we're kind of just chilling. I'll give you some updates on the computer. I got something sitting on the floor behind me. You can almost see the box. For a later date, I guess. What's up, Lori? You are here, Simon Allen. And I guess let's do a toast to being able to build a computer from parts and have it post the first time. Cheers to anybody that's ever done that, or at least tried or is going to. Cheers to build your own PC in your bedroom on the floor. I turned that thing on first time last night on Discord. Oh god, I was like, and it was fine. I'm working on the overclock right now. It's running. I have Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM, 32 gig times 2. And it's rated for 3600 megahertz. It's currently on its third pass of memtest 86 at 4400 megahertz. And then we'll start on the CPU and restart on the GPU later. Yeah, I haven't built my own PC in a while. The now studio PC, like the computer we've been using for a while, which is now back to stock. Minus the video card. It's got the 3060 in it now instead of the 3070. Like, that was a great computer. It's done great, or it is a great computer. It does great. But and I've always been like, you know, I've upgraded this. You know, I put new RAM, you know, new CPU in it. Did a little bit of touch-ups to it, yada yada. And it's a great computer. But when you put it together yourself, it's definitely something different. So that was nice. Just got that thing rolling in the bedroom, getting like I didn't even sleep in the bedroom last night. I just slept on the couch because it's just so set up on the bed. I was like, it's not even worth moving. Sound blaster cards. Oh my god, what are you talking about, DC Allen? And when's the last time I installed a sound blaster? Probably like 2000, 2001. I had the Sound Blaster Audigy 2, like Z or ZX or something like that. Or whatever the holy shit version of the Sound Blaster was right when Doom 3 came out. Because I paired that with a BFG Tech 6800 Ultra OC with 256 megs of video RAM. Hot shit. $515 video card, and what was that, 2001? Now, like, your onboard sound is great, and most of the time you can just feed it into a fucking surround sound. Actually, this onboard sound actually has optical. So I'm going to run the optical right down to the Z06 as opposed to all the, you know, the plugs and shit. So it should improve the sound quality in here a little bit. Oh, yep, Chris is right. Not all of you got UV sterilization because it was the Patreon stream. I gotta make like a rack for this or something. So I shall provide bonks and sterilization. Prepare. I do kind of a lightsaber sterilization there. Alright, now my camera's sterilized. And my face. And my face. Burn Bowden's eyes. See, you shouldn't look so close. Should not look so close. What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, it's actually I have a couple of those around the house back in the sneezy time or the cough times. I had two of those for like tossing in keys, wallet stuff, and I'd leave it in there for a little while to kill the bad things, as it were. May the 4th be with you. That is a neat day. Like, I'm not a super Star Wars person, but oh shit, I forgot to put Woofle juice in. But I do enjoy like May the 4th and like the culture for the most part of Star Wars. Oh. Sony Phillips. If I recall, named the SP, that one. I don't remember. I used to know the acronym for that. That was, yeah, that was back when I actually had to buy sound cards. I actually knew what that meant. If I had to pick between Star Wars and Star Trek, I'd pick Star Trek. It's just because it's kind of a little campier. And a lot of Star Wars movies were admittedly, like openly and admittedly created simply to show off what Lucasfilm had the capability of doing. So, you know, money, some of them are good, some of them are money grabs. Sony Philips digital interface. Nice, Chippy. Thank you. That's right. I still got that Audigy 2 gold. I think it was gold was in the name too. Like, it was like whatever the Sound Blaster, like they added all the letters and numbers and shit. ZX2? It was like a Ford Escort. I don't know. It's downstairs somewhere. But anyway. Star Trek is real sci-fi. Star Wars is a space western. That's pretty close there, Horvath. I can go with that. Almost yoga flame. Yeah, it is almost Bernie poofy poof time. See if the camera's working. Yeah, the view's a little weird because since it's a different video card, the monitors are lined up all weird, and I haven't bothered to fix it because hopefully by the end of tomorrow it'll be a completely different monitor setup. Like, only one of these monitors will be plugged into the studio. And then I'll have the 34-inch widescreen down here where the other two are. Well, here, after the woofle, I'll show you what mission control looks like because it looks weird. There's lots of dust bunnies and non-computer stuff. Oh, burning CDs. I still got some CD and DVD burners. I think I think I burned, no, actually, yeah, I had to burn a DVD for work for training videos because they still had a DVD player at the time. They're like, can you burn a DVD? I'm like, yeah, I think I still got a computer that can do that. It was my MSI Titan. The laptop could burn DVDs, which was convenient as hell. All right, let's do a VertoThermoWhoofle. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on there. Woofle. Another one. Ooh, recalibration. Let's do over. Number 2. That was pretty good. A big old hot spot after I recalibrate it and right in the middle of a flame. There it is. There's Freddy the Facehugger on the lower left. The Hindenburg. That's pretty good there, DCL. And yeah, it's probably pretty fucking close. Alright, so those of you that have been around for a moment know what mission control is supposed to look like. Well, here's what it looks like now with all this stuff taken out. Button. Like it's all gone. And all the stuff that's here is left that just whatever's needed for tonight's stream. But by tomorrow, sitting here will be a 34-inch ultra wide. This will be a little higher. This will be a little higher. That'll be a little higher. And these two will be on the gaming machine. That'll be on the 3070, and that'll be plugged into the Intel, integrated graphics for whatever I need while gaming. And I need fucking multiple monitors. Come on. And this will be tied into the studio PC. That way I can keep OBS there because I'm just used to it being there. And then all the rest of this stuff will be down here with all the camera control and all that stuff. So it will look completely different by Saturday. By next Saturday. Well, actually by Wednesday. But on Saturday, hopefully everything will be polished and I'll do I'll grab my phone and I'll do a reveal on the other side to show you the new rig. But I'll show it to you when it's ready, you know what I mean? I will be high. Oh, you can't get much higher. What's up, Jack Attack? Fan plant. I was going to ask why so much when I suddenly got wood. Fan plant got wood. That's good. Scrufflog, if I was a Jedi, there's a 100% chance I would use the Force inappropriately, says Benji, the happy little fox. Yes, I suppose that would probably be true for many, many people. I do not have a hairy ass. But thanks for asking, Mr. AK. How long till I'm banned of chat? I don't know. Come up at some point. I'll deal with it. But it's whatever. They're Mr. Williamson. Is space-time an illusion? You never know. We could be in a simulation. Or we could be the dust in an atom at somebody's fucking ass hair on a much, much larger being. Who knows? Like, we could be a fucking flick of air in somebody's fart. Like, and that is our existence. For us, it's been eternity, but in reality, will only last for 15 seconds in another world. Just like, I'm not unlike, was it Men in Black? Was it 1 or 2? Where, like, the entire galaxy that was, like, the cat collar thing was a whole nother universe or something. Ms. Word. Gruff Dog, I need your clothes, your boots, and your garden hose. And your leader hoden. The galaxy is on Orion's belt. Is that it? That sounds familiar. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, I haven't actually watched any of the Men in Blacks. Probably like 10 years. Maybe we should watch that on Friday. How about I just call you Chuck? Chuck Bill. Chuck Williamson. So let's see. The new PC. Right now, bio seems all sorted out. Settings are good. Everything's up and running. I actually haven't formatted the second hard drive in it yet for the gaming thing, but I'm not going to do like hardcore setup till it's here because it's very uncomfortable where it's set up right now. What are you drinking? This is my redneck mocha. Folgers instant coffee, a little bit of Hershey Special Dark Chocolate, almond, dairy, vanilla creamer, and like literally a pinch of sugar. Chuck Chunder from down under, from way down under. There, Stuart Clearly. Clearly you are a Stuart. God, I feel like you've probably heard that a million times. If not, cheers. Wasn't Men in Black a Black Sabbath track from the Black Sabbath album? I'm not sure, Dances with Aardvarks. I gotta listen to Sabbath, but it's like, Osborne, but it's kind of like Coleslaw. Yeah, you don't necessarily go looking for it, but when you find it, yeah, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Do you drink tea, Scruff? Asked Chopperoonie. I have Celestial Seasonings sampler set of like the different berry, like blueberry, raspberry, orange stuff. I get a case every 6 weeks. And sometimes I have to order a couple boxes in between. And a case is, was it 8 of them? 10 of them? Something like that. But yeah, I keep that, like I actually have an order just shipped today. It's going to show up Monday. Like I fucking pound tea. I drink about 30 ounces of coffee a day. And then the rest is usually tea or water. I get like a soda a week. Oh, and if it's summertime, I'll drink Gatorade if I'm outside or whatever. Red Zinger, yeah, the Zingers I love the Zingers. The Zingers are great. Garwood User was about to say something. Chaga tea. I feel like I've had chaga before. Why does that sound familiar? I've heard of chaga something. It's probably like butts. Chaga tea. Okay. I wonder where I've had that. Chaga mushroom. Grows on birch trees. Yeah, I feel like I've had that at some point. We got a lot then. Actually, that stuff grows around here if you go far enough into the woods. I don't know if it's like the proper type, but there is that kind of mushroom around here. My favorite drink or pop, If it would be soda or pop, it would be probably Sprite. And besides that, I drink a lot of Arnold Palmer's like half and half lemonade iced tea thing. If I own a race car, are you a racist? No. Like, I know people of all types and cultures and races and ages that own race cars. So, no, I wouldn't think so. Doesn't mean you can't be racist if, well, I mean, you shouldn't be, but I mean, it's not like a race car owner, just because you own a race car doesn't mean you aren't racist, but no, I wouldn't say it makes you a racist either. Yeah, my dad has gout, so I do try to keep on the antioxidant path there. Shroom tea. Apparently, shroom tea is actually pretty good, but I usually just go with the samplers and the zingers and stuff. I didn't even see what you said there, garbled. A Moxie. Coca-Cola. I don't really drink Coke that much. I used to drink it all the time with Jack Daniels, but not so much anymore because I don't really drink a whole lot anymore. Well, at all, to be more accurate. Where is that? I feel like I lost a window here. There is that window. Okay. Sorry. Let's see here. It's 5. Oh, we missed 5:55, but it's 5:56, so that's 2 5:55s. Celery is good for gout. Like actual cranberry stuff. He's got all kinds of stuff. My dad. Oh, racist. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Sorry. It's probably, you know why? You know why I didn't quite catch that race car racist thing. I think I know why. Because we haven't had our phone call yet. Let's pick up that phone, baby. Yellow? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't walked in the bedroom in like an hour. It could be on fire right now. Yeah, I'll find out at 6 when Pussies and Pianos is on. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, thanks. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. It's the blood I found. What's up, just me? Meme Jeff. Graham Shaw. 255s is 556. Yeah, that's there are 555s and a 556. I have a collection of both. Well, a lot of us have a collection of 555s, but yeah, I do have some 556s. Definitely helpful if you're doing a little bit, you want to get a little crazy with it. I'd always hoped there was a 558, but that's like with 4 of them, but that's a totally different thing. That's, you only get the 5s and the 6s, to my knowledge. Lock Watcher says peanut butter is good for celery. Yes. Peanut butter, maybe a little chocolate chips. I can do the cream cheese is okay. Ranch dressing, really good. Most people think it's funny. I'll get like super hot, like holy shit, they come out of the box and like the paper's on fire, like hot wings with celery and ranch. And I'll eat the celery and ranch first, and then I'll eat the hot wings, like totally defeating the purpose. Joe Russ, the 558 was used in early PC for joystick inputs. 555 is ancient now. Ancient, but is still perfect there, DC Allen. Well, you know what I mean. That's why it's still, that's why Clive still finds them in stuff like nowadays. Try this again. All right. I don't know what the hell I covered with the new PC. i9-11900K, 64 gigs of RAM that's getting its ass kicked right now. The Asus RTX 3070 OC, which we will re-overclock. I'll probably end up landing that around 2000 megahertz. And probably put the RAM to 8000 megahertz and drop it to like 975 millivolts. Because those do pretty good. Like the 3070s overclock amazingly when you start taking the voltage out of them, because they're they just overvolt them for stability when you don't need it. Top of the hour toast.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
So, toast everybody that's actually still here hanging out. Subscribers, goofballs, everybody. Appreciate you. It's kind of an overly chill night, I guess, but you know what? I was having a fucking panic attack last night. We'll cover that in a second, but cheers. So last night I was losing my shit. Some of you have heard, and I've actually kind of talked about it a little bit on channel. When holy shit, there's Ed. I had, give me something to read here. All right, I'll get back to the holy shit moment here, since Ed's being so gifting. We said, we got Stain, Simon Smith, Mark Burlett, Mac Gunn, Ronar, Patrick Fashing, Drew Dastardly, Rudy Made Solo, Metal Witch, Steve 49, Steve, lots of numbers, High Octane, David Greg Peters, David Zane, Andre Kambitsis, Mark Allen, Outrageous Otis, Raynet Allen, and Hurley Guy 31. Holy shit. Thank you, Edward, for gifting all those people goofball memberships. So welcome back and welcome. I wonder how many of those aren't even subscribed. Interesting. I guess we'll see if we get yelled at. But whew, sorry. As far as I was freaking out, so with the original computer, when I pulled the i7-10700K out of it to put the i9-11900K in it, I was cleaning off some of the paste that was kind of on the frame around the pins, like the chip was out. And I get twitches every once in a while, and I twitched, and my fingernail went under 2 of the 1200 pins in there, went under 2 of them, and bent them straight up. Now, these things are shaped kind of like, they come up out of the motherboard, then they go sideways, and then they wrap, and then they have like a little ball here. So it's this big, sideways J, U kind of thing, and the entire thing was straight up on 2 of them. So for 45 minutes per pin, I had a stand on my Samsung phone. It was on 20x mode, and I had 2 needles that I was like, I figured it would break. I figured it would paperclip, hoping gold wouldn't, but because MSI actually uses, gold. But with paper clips, and 45 minutes on each pin to slowly hold with the point and then push and bend and flex, and got it. Meanwhile, my phone keeps trying to flip in and out of focus because the focus lock wouldn't work. Then I'm in the middle of bending it and the power went out. I was everything was against me. But after almost about an hour and a half-ish, I got what looked like they were in the right spot. Put the i9 in and everything was fine, but my concern was that, how weak were those 2 pins after being heat cycled on a pretty hot overclock, hot, cold, yada, yada. I know it would have to get ridiculously hot to actually affect it, but it's always going to bug you because you just think about paper clips and eventually they lose their springiness right before they break. But it's, I did the swap. I picked it up. I looked right at the 2 pins because it's very obvious where they are, and I went, Okay. Put the i7 back in it, and that's what we're streaming on now, so that was nerve-wracking, but once that went by, Ed broke the thing, didn't he? Yeah. Ed breaks the thing something. Well, Ed, just me, TJ, like a bunch of y'all have broken that before. So that's going to be going for a while, because it's going to get broke, and then it's going to reset, and then it'll be alright. I could heat treat it. Yeah, I'll heat it up and dip the motherboard in some used motor oil. Tempered gold. But now everything's working fine. I haven't put this overclock back on yet. Forget the stock frequency on the i7 10700K is 5.1 gigahertz. And then as like it needs more power and like the core start, it does that thing where core starts slowing down so it doesn't overheat. But this one I can hold it at 5.1 gigahertz on all 10 cores. No, 8 cores. No, 8 cores, 16 threads. But yeah, I can hold 5.1 gigahertz at 100%. Which works great for this, but this cooler was way too small for an i9. Good God. Use linseed oil for hardening. Then I also make sure I leave that linseed oil on a cotton rag on the garage floor near something near my gas cans. Does anybody here know what I'm talking about? And am I remembering correctly that it's linseed oil and cotton rags? Giggity goo. There, Bill Chuck. Chaparoonie, Ranona, DC Allen, Bowden, let's go look, Diwoo, Rifleman, that's what I'm Yeah, good. So everybody knows what that is. You don't ever do that. That's one of the fun combinations for spontaneous combustion. If you didn't know, linseed oil plus a cotton rag, it will just kind of do that. Any organic oil that oxidizes. Toenail clippings in a plastic pot. That might catch on fire too. Yes, Benji. That may happen. Yes, yeah, let's go look. I'm not saying that you couldn't use that to your advantage, like, no joke. Like, in case of emergency, one of the interesting things to remember, just don't, like, do that and then throw it in your trash can in your shop, and, because there may not be a shop left when you get back. But if you're stranded somewhere and for some reason, because, like, hey, let's face it, in the zombie apocalypse, you never know what the fuck you're going to find. So just find a bunch of cotton shit and just pour oil on it until you find one that bursts into flames, and now you got, now you can burn your zombies so that they're flaming zombies. Because you get more points for that. Drying oils, I'll have to look into that. What's Clive got here? Hundreds of random devices with lithium cells in them are my biggest concern. Of what? Causing little fires all over the place? There, Mr. Clive? Supposed to confine it to retain the heat. Okay. Yeah, no, I thought it was like inside hot trash cans was like the biggest thing. I don't remember the exact perfect combination for it, but it's just like, just don't do it. Just use linseed oil on a hammer handle, says Steve Adler. See, I have some downstairs. I'm possibly going to, like, once some stuff gets settled down in here, like this major motherfucking project will be done very soon, so I can move on to, like, some other major projects. But I have an old axe that I found in the garage after I bought the house, and I want to do something cool and custom with the axe head and then put a shortened handle on it. So it's more of a, I guess that would be a hand axe as opposed to a chopping axe that it is now. What's up, Simon Griffins? Mr. Egg Cake Slug. Pistachios are also pyrophoric, says Meme Jeff. Is that a thing? I mean, the price on them is fucking fire. That's for goddamn sure. There was a 16-ounce pack of them at whatever store I was at the other day for like $16. I was like, dude, that means I'm paying like almost 25 cents a piece for a fucking pistachio. Instead of eating pistachios, why don't you eat my a-hole? Oh, nom nom. I'll spice it up for you. Let me know the night ahead of time. Fucking insane. I remember when I used to be able to walk into a Myers, the like Walmart, you know, the super Walmarts out in like Midwest and out further west. I used to walk into those like when I would work out there, and they would have a pallet box, a full fucking 48-inch, 4 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot, 3 foot high pallet box just open of pistachios, and it was like $1.99 a pound bulk, $2.99 a pound bulk. Holy shit, that pallet nowadays is probably worth $10,000. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Like a couple of years, you know, they had a couple bad years and they were like, oh, well, people are still buying them, so they're not going to put the prices back down. I used to eat pistachios like they had the fucking antidote. Love those things. But it's not even worth buying to treat myself at this point. I mean, like, what do you want to? Gee, I can either buy a 16-ounce bag of pistachios that I will eat in 30 seconds. Well, because they're pistachios, okay. A minute and 30 seconds. Or I could take that $17 and go buy a fucking swank-ass steak. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the choice you have, like, say you had pistachio or steak. For $17, like, come on. Cashews are good, Lock Watcher. Stuart Clearly, thank you for the 10 euros. Wow, that responded quick. For the $10.77, just subscribed. That fake phone call then lighting up fooled me and made me laugh. Hello from Dublin. Well, I'm glad I could get a smile on your face and get a laugh for you, because that's why we're here, you know? Just get everybody chilled, crack a little smile every once in a while, maybe have a laugh. Just do our thing. That's why I'm here. We all just hang out, do our thing. And like talking to you, that helps me too. When we started, I had a headache. I don't know why. I can still feel it up there, but it's not bothering me anymore. And it's not even bad. Like, it's kind of going away. But, you know, I find talking to y'all is somewhat cathartic for myself as well. Oh, and then just in case you didn't know, this came from Lori21, one of our mods. She sent it over as a Christmas gift for myself and the channel. A little crack, a little smile. And remember, I live close to Washington, D.C. That's like home. I mean, that's literally home of the crack. I mean, like, the CIA fucking did it. Like, they came right out and said it. Yeah, that was us. And there's still crack around. It's fucking great. Rifleman says the first of California pistachios, inexpensive and larger than traditional pistachio that's grown in Iran. Huh. Jim Monk says walnuts aren't nuts. They're pickled squirrel brains. That seems like it may actually be fairly accurate. I gotta tell you. I prefer a schnitzel, not a steak, guys, says Steve Adler. Schnitzel is fine, too. But $17 for 16 ounces of pistachio ain't worth a fucking... That's... Dude, like, Jeff Bezos would probably look at that and go, What the fuck? Like, holy shit. Cashews are not nuts either. They grow on an apple. I feel like I've heard that before. Like maybe I watched a YouTube video about that. Oh, some space news just popped in my head. SpaceX's third integrated flight test, or IFT-3, for Starship and Booster is currently loosely scheduled for the morning of March 17th. So hopefully that'll go on through. I haven't checked today to see if the license went through because I've been derping around on the new gaming rig. But hopefully that'll be a thing. I'll be at work, so I won't be able to like do a live stream like we did with the IM-1 Odysseus moon lander. But maybe it'll get pushed and pushed and pushed, and then I can get home and we can just hang out together. So we'll see how that goes as far as any delays that may kick in. Is it raining? Hold on a second. Like, that's loud. Oh, yeah. Raining his ass off out there. It's not going to have an ass in a while. Rob, sort out his technical difficulties. No, actually, and I'm glad you brought that up. Well, Rob has finally gotten his channel sorted. So, I'm going to replay Moonlight Sonata tonight. That's what he requested. But here is his YouTube channel. As his has just started, he's going to start building his YouTube channel. So it would be great if you enjoy his music. Pop over there, click the subscribe button, maybe leave a comment, thumbs up, hearts, you know. Let him know that you appreciate him. If you do, if you don't mind, he would appreciate it as well. But he is still sorting out some stuff. He's hoping to have things a little better probably by like midweek. So he should be back around here soon. But by all means, stop by Rob's channel there. Quick toast to the Pianoman. Yeah, we'll do a little early one. I know we're usually doing after his piece, but while you're still here, a quick toast to him. And we'll hear his music in here in about 20 minutes. I have Moonlight Sonata. Is that still queued up? That is still queued up. Oh, and to help make sure the music doesn't stutter, since this PC will be getting some of the games removed from it, since the other PC is going to be the gaming rig, I went ahead and I moved all his tracks over to the SSD. You know, it's an external SSD. It's a Samsung 970 Evo SSD. So that doesn't go to sleep. So I moved them over there so we don't have to worry about any stuttering or hesitation on that anymore. Because that was really frustrating the shit out of me, and I'm sure you as well, when his music would be like, you know, that was terrible. That's terrible. A lot of people saying they're hopping over there. Well, I appreciate it. He will as well. You don't remember the belching part, Chipmunk? Maybe you just missed that. I mean, I could have been a skip in the stream just for you. You know, maybe your Wi-Fi went out for a second, but I'm pretty sure there was a belch in there. Pretty sure. Thank you, Elim. Just gained 12 subs and probably a couple more there, Chris. Yes, in Dooder. Hey, what's up, little Jim? Scuff Dog and family, hi all, made it out here. Just got out of the hospital. Wow, what happened there, bud? If you want to say something, that's fine. But either way, man, I hope everything is groovy. You give your computers names. Yeah, this one is currently called main rig, but it's going to be called Studio, Studio PC. Yeah, I don't give them like names, and that one's gaming rig. The one that used to be under here was called Monitor PC because it was mostly used to monitor the streams. I got what, Chrome HP, 515 HP, media server, Titan, what do I call the Raspberry Pi? Oh, that's just Rasp Pi 4. Yeah, that's right. Got real creative on that one. But I that's how I name them. There's now then that's so it's nice because then those names carry over into VNC because I've been using real VNC for what, 20 years or something. So it's nice because that helps me identify them in VNC as well. Bowden says all my computers are called Frank. Hey, that works. Julia London, smooth jazz. That almost sounds familiar. I listen to a lot of jazz and smooth jazz, like instrumental jazz stuff. Little Jim got blood poisoning from a big burst of abscess on a tooth root. Ooh, bloody painful. Yeah, I've gone through the same. I didn't quite get to the blood poisoning part, but apparently I was very, very, very close. That sucks. Glad you're good. Well, we just missed 420. The phone's dead, so let me grab. Wow. What, really? I got 2 dead vapes here, so we're rocking on the forbidden fruit, I guess. I'll grab another cartridge here when we do Pussies and Pianos. I'll grab a cartridge, make sure the computer isn't on fire, and take a wee. Maybe I'll refill the phone here in a little bit. Like if the computer is like it should by now, it should probably be into its 4th pass because MemTest does 4 passes. My computer's taking about an hour per pass, and that's 64 gigs at 4,400 megahertz. So at this point, it should be into the 4th pass, assuming there haven't been any errors. And it was at like pass and a half right before the stream started. What are the symptoms of blood poisoning? I think just a lot, like everything hurts. I think depression, like you feel very physically depressed. 64 gigs of RAM. Yes, Sap Sparky. Corsair Vengeance LPX. Blood poisoning, I feel like, don't you start like changing colors and shit? Like you feel like everything is going wrong. Just, yeah, real high fever. I think you're really clammy, hot, just nasty air. Like everything hurts and aches. Like it's like everything you can think of that just makes you feel out of balance and out of your head. Like all of that all at once. Like it's basically all the symptoms all at once. Like just it's all bad. Well, here we go. Fly me to the moon. All right, I feel better. Confusion. Yep. Yeah, okay, like it's physically, mentally, you're just derped. Causes the organs to shut down. Yep. Dave Garcia, that's some horsepower. Yeah, we'll see. But that it's the motherboard that the i9 is now on is the new motherboard's a MSI Z590 Unify X. Unify X Black. Yeah. Lots of letters. I don't know. It was it's the Meg line, the enthusiast line. Like it was, I think when it came out, it was like $600 or $700 or $700 or something like that. I got it for 200 because it's, 3 generations old at this point. And like I think I was saying this a week or two ago. It was weird when I'm looking at it going, what the hell is LN2? Line 2? LN2? Liquid nitrogen. Oh shit, this is a liquid nitrogen board. Okay. But just means it's really fucking stout. And with all those fans blowing in there, it's fucking doing great so far. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Jim. Everything is out of sync, physically and mentally. Thank you for describing my new worst fear. Whoa, Black Betty, bam, a lamb. I fucking love that song. That is not coleslaw. Black Betty, especially the new, well, any of them, the old version, the new version. Any version of Black Betty is something I do actually go looking for. My sink is in sync. Liquid nitrogen? Yes, liquid nitrogen. For when people are going for like world records and shit. This is apparently one of the boards they would use for the 590 chipset. From what I read, what it does is to ensure you can boot, it will basically boot through the BIOS on factory settings and then slowly ramp up the overclock and the voltages, like slowly bring your overclock up so you can kind of prepare for it, you know what I mean? That way it can get through post properly and then you can test your overclock. That way you don't freeze the fucking chip out and then it has a problem posting because it's just too damn cold. That's how I understand it. Is it BIOS or EFI nowadays as Electron Box? It's UEFI, but it's a BIOS, Wasn't Black Betty first recorded around 1927? I'm not sure. I am mostly, I'd say I'm only familiar with like the, what was it, the 70s version, and then somebody did a remix of it like 10 years ago or something? Spiderbait, that's it. They're Chaparuni. Fan plant. My brother has worked in phone buildings that have some kind of fuel cells, and I think they're CO2 deliveries. Maybe they're emergency chillers and not fuel cells per se. Don't know. Could be. Yeah, it could be emergency chill if like a cooler fails. Just poof. Just dump. Yeah, I'll always call it a BIOS. Their Deltic engine. Like it's just a BIOS. Like even like the version BIOS that both the motherboards is MSI's Click BIOS 5. Like it's just, basic in out system. It's just a very advanced basic in out. It's more of an AIOS at this point. Guy Foyle, well, thank you for joining the Goofballs. Welcome. Hope you enjoy a lot of forklift videos. I'll have some stuff on the new rigs coming up here soon. Your head is on upside down. The hair is supposed to be on top, though. Seriously. Compliments on the amazing beard and mustache, says Stuart clearly. Well, thank you for another 10 euros. Yeah, my hair, like, it migrated, slowly started migrating when I was, like, 15. Like, I started going bald when I was about 15. I had, like, the David Letterman thing, like the what the hell do they call it? The church peak, chapel peak, something like that. Like, it kind of went back here. And then I just dealt with it and wore hats for a while. And then finally I just started shaving my head. Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. But thank you. And thank you again for the 10 years. But yeah, I gotta, it's kind of a little wild today because I haven't done anything because I've been just nerding out. You know, y'all understand. Widow's Peak, that's another one there, Bowden, yeah. And in America, you just usually just say David Letterman hair, like, because from the 80s to when he retired, he just like hair, woo, hair. I should have started shaving my head probably when I was like, by the time I turned 18. But I didn't. I just dealt with that big old bald spot for a while. I mean, it wasn't like horribly like weird looking bald. Like I had just enough to like kind of do the comb over, but like a more natural looking comb over. Just enough, but it worked out. I guess it's about time for another VertoThermoWhoofle, and then we'll get ready to go into Pussies and Pianos. Let's see if I can not catch that HDMI cable on fire. Though I don't think it matters because I've changed everything over to DisplayPort anyway. Yeah, actually, yeah, because that one and the new 34 came. The MSI monitor, the ultra wide, actually came with a DisplayPort cable. I was like, thank you for putting the best possible cable you could put in there, as opposed to just being like, here, there's 5 different interfaces. Good luck, asshole. MSI encourages you to use DisplayPort because it's the best protocol so far. Like, I haven't seen a cable in, like, I don't even think the fucking $900 monitor I'm looking at came with a any kind of a monitor cable on it. That's an Acer Predator. I don't even think that came with it. And that's a $300 MSI 34-inch ultra wide that came with a fucking cable. Like, it's great. I don't know. That's why I like MSI, man. Like, they take care of you. Sorry. Like I say all the time, yes, I'm an MSI fanboy, but that's because they've never let me down. So, like, I ain't gonna complain. The only thing I haven't bought MSI is I always, for some reason, buy Ace's NVIDIA cards. I don't know why. Probably because they're really cheap, but they're really durable and really good. And they've never let me down either. So, I don't know. I'm a total MSI fanboy. I do appreciate other stuff. Alright. Let's try this again. Whee! Ooh, that was pretty good. It's great when it's calibrated right. Nice. Getting a little low on woofle juice. That seems to be helping. And one more. Whee! Advanced Input Networkable Output System. The ANUS. Yeah, we're running on the new ANUS system. Really? Yeah. It's a pretty cracked up kind of operating system, or firmware. Of the crack-a-lackin'. It's raining his balls off. Like, it's getting even worse out there. What's up, Zap Sparky? I don't think I said hello to you yet. Will the cat. I always buy the cheapest PC parts. I used to do that. But, you know, and I say this, you know, like we're all in different parts of our lives. I've talked about some of the places I've been on channel. I'm literally at the best point I've ever been in my life right now in just about every fashion. So it's nice to not, like, I still buy cheap stuff, no doubt. I still buy a lot of cheap stuff so that I can buy the expensive nerd stuff. Like, I'll buy the cheap food, I'll buy the off-brands if I have to, like, if I know they're good, and a lot of the cheap off-brands are better, honestly. But I'll buy all cheap shit just so I can get the good nerd stuff. And it's nice to be able to not have to always buy the cheap stuff. But yeah, absolutely, like, I will buy the cheapest of pretty much everything else if I know, like, there's something else I need to buy that is nerdy. Dude, my fucking bathrobe, like, the hanger that I hung it on, like, you know how some of the plastic hangers, they got that little blick in it for, like, dresses or whatever, as opposed to the ones that just, you know, they are just smooth. Some of them got those little things in them. Well, it's like a terry cloth robe thing, but from it hanging on that hanger for so long, there's holes finally wore through where those edges of the hanger were. Yes, that's what that's for, meme Jeff. And like, there's like holes, like absolute holes in the shoulders, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. All it needs to do is draw me off. I can save that $30 and put it towards the fucking video card fund. Yep. Holy fucking robe, but video card. Priorities. Robe still works. Video card doesn't exist yet, so we'll just push that right over there. Graham Shaw, I'm at the lowest point I've ever been in my life just now, to be honest. But I'm pissed, so okay right now. Well, there you go. A little pissed. Like I said, everybody, like, when I say stuff like that, it's not to be hoo-hoo. It's just, everybody's in a different point in their life right now. And Christ, who knows, I could go into work tomorrow and get my leg ripped off, and now I'm back down, you know, dealing with whatever. But have fun while I can, because I know there'll be another low point. But the thing you have to remember is when you're at a higher point in your life, prepare for the low points. That's when, like, right now I'm financially okay. That's why I don't take anything from YouTube. You know, that's why it's just self-supplying, which we'll get to that as soon as I'm done talking after Pussies and Pianos. Well, anyway, like, I'm at that point. And if you get to a point where you're doing okay, try to put something on the side for when you're not okay. If you can. Like, that's the best plan, because let's face it, once you're at your best point, the only way to go is down. Or maybe up. You never know. But prepare for the worst while you're at your best. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Don't be frivolous, I guess, as it were. Like, that's why it took me 3 months to grab parts for this, because budget, patience, saving, store brand, no robe. Stuff like, well, of course, I mean, I always get dark chocolate, but apparently it's an American brand, so that's okay. Fan plant. Finance is fine now, but I might be in my lowest emotionally. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, I've had, you know, similar situations too, where some of it lines up, but some of it doesn't. And a lot of it's lining up for me right now. Some of it isn't. And we'll see what happens when it happens. BigClive says it helps to have utter contempt for authority. That kind of does help too, yeah. Technical people do experience deep dips, but they always pass. BigClive needs more t-shirts. You know, I can get you custom t-shirts if you want I have a custom. Yeah, if you didn't know, I have a custom shop as well. If you want to email me, if you see something on a shirt or whatever, and you go, I'd get that if it was a little tweaked or, you know, whatever, then email me and maybe we can do a custom thing. But Clive, if you want some t-shirts, I can get you some t-shirts. Talk to me on Patreon. Yeah. But no, like seriously, like I can do some custom t-shirts. All right, it is time for Pussies and a Pianos. Cock socks. They do have like tight boxery bikini brief fucking things, but like I'm good. Well, I managed to piss off a star architect last Wednesday. There you go. It's good to have goals, good to have things. But let's go ahead and let me load up the Rob. Let's see, center, load up Mr. Rob, full screen. Full screen, I said. Why isn't that working? Oh, crap. Center capture's not set up right because... the monitors are all different. Hold on a sec. I gotta... There it is. Alright, just had to get reactivated. Alright, good, good, good. Wait, that's not right. Where's the Rob cam? There it is. Alright. This, everything's, like I said, everything's band-aided together with bits and pieces and all that, but we should be good to go here. Let me flip that over, unmute the desktop, and I will push play, and then I will go, I'll make sure the sound is okay, and then I will go feed the cats. Here we go. Alright, let's see here. How was that on volume? Because when I got back, it looked like it may have been a little loud. Where's chat? There's chat. Was the sound okay? It looks alright? Okay. It looked like it tapped the red a couple times. I don't know if it was like blowing shit out or anything. That was good. Alright, cool. Thank you. Alright, yeah, I've been leaving it at negative 2.9 decibels on his music, and that seems to be a pretty good spot. Whereas like my microphone is actually turned down lower at minus 4.8. But I'm also actually only at 80% on the mixer on my mic level. Yeah. All right. Is Rob not here? He is not here. He is hoping to have things sorted by like early next weekish. Their Electron box. You never know. He may pop in, but he's currently doing his things, getting stuff sorted out. He shall return, no worries. Good. Everybody seems to agree the sound was good. Thank you very much. Yeah, and by all means, if you haven't already, or you weren't here earlier, if you would like to thank Rob, I just posted his YouTube channel there in chat. If you would like to subscribe, maybe say, drop him a thanks on one of his videos. He's going to be starting his own kind of YouTube thing. Once he gets things sorted, gets back in here, gets everything worked out, we're going to kind of cross promote each other. I'm going to help him out. Maybe we'll do some stream chases or something like that. Whew. Cat's carefully licking the salty gravy from the meat-themed cereal chunks. Yeah, pretty much. They always eat the gravy first before they go for the, like, meat. It actually seems to be a pretty good plate spread right there. See almost everybody. And you got the biggest one in the middle there. Some Ram 50 V8. Bells and whistles. Why, I think you are. Ding dong. Appreciated he shall. Delta Gungeon has subscribed. Oh, there, Chucky Bill. I think the outdoor cats, they pretty much eat the same amount. And at this point, the cats in here, they are used to, like, the Saturday night feedings. But, I don't quite think they'll eat me out of house and home unless I die, and then they'll probably just eat me for a while. Yeah, we're pretty much officially up to 4 outside as well, now that Tux has been coming by every night. So we have Gray Buddy. He doesn't come around a whole lot. His territory's more in the backyard, but every once in a while he'll come out front if he hears me. He's the one that runs up. He just runs up, hangs out, like figure eights, like wants to be petted. He rubs around, does his thing. And then we got the dude. That's the white and gray cat. And then with the dude hangs Mr. Tabinator. Those two hang out together, but they quarrel with Gray Buddy. So I think that's why Gray Buddy doesn't come up here, because this is the dude in Mr. Tabinator's territory. And then Tux has been showing up for the past couple weeks, but Tux doesn't show up with the other ones, and he'll run when either the dude or Mr. Tabinator show up. So it's a whole, it's a whole thing going on out there. But from what I can tell, all their ears have been nipped, like cleanly, not necessarily like cat fight ripped, but like nippied. But they're doing all right. I dropped some food down before the stream to take care of that, to make sure they could get that, because since the setup right now is not set up for me to watch the Ring camera, because since I'm missing monitors, I just took care of it early, and then I'll go top it off before bed so everybody's got something to eat. What's up, Ronnie? That's Megatron. Oh, and for a refill, let's see, I'll get this as close as I can here. Full Spectrum Alive Resin Purple Punch. Half-gram cartridge. I'll put that on the... I'll have to see which one. Every once in a while you get cartridges that just don't want to work on certain batteries, but do work on other batteries. It's freaking annoying sometimes. Finally, food on the floor under the plate. Wonder how long that'll be there. Ah, yeah, I see it. If Lee sniffs it, she will go for it. Everybody else gave up. And they always come back in a little while anyway. I hope Monday's trip to the hospital results in the opening of a leg bypass I had earlier. Would that be a good thing there, D-Wood? Like, does it need to be opened? Might be one more hitting this. Vascular shunt. Sounds like it. Suffering can lead to enlightenment. There, Charles Williamson. It can. Depends if you are wise enough to accept it as such. And not be so entitled in oneself as to assume that your suffering was exclusively caused by others. Oh, just a bit outside. I wholeheartedly agree. Meds never actually help resolve a problem. They create a new one. Yes. That's why I am not on, like, seeing a pain what do they call them? Pain therapist? Pain, whatever fucking word we gave to people that give out the good drugs. Quote, good drugs, hard drugs, pills and shit. Pain therapist or something. So I've never bothered going to one of them for my neck and back stuff, because I don't want to be a fucking zombie. It's like for many years I tried to solve the problem instead of hiding it, but at this point, there ain't a whole lot more I can do. Maybe once things are sorted out, I'll try to get it sorted out again, but last time I went to try to get my neck anything done, they just went, yeah, just go to physical therapy. Oh, yeah, your insurance doesn't quite cover that, so it's going to be like $2,000 a month, so you can either live and survive and have a house, or you can go through some bullshit with physical therapy. They ain't going to fucking do anything for you. Yeah, tried it for like a week kind of thing. Bullshit. Pain management, that's what it is. Pain management therapist there, Ram 50. I couldn't remember the management word, but yeah, pain management. Pain management are the opioid folks. Yes, Gas Masher. That's like, it's like they signed, like at some point I feel like they sign up because they feel like they have this power over junkies or something. Because I mean, that's all opioids do, is for the most part create junkies, zombies. Charles Williamson, your favorite pussycat is waiting for you. Fucking hell, the USA is brutal when it comes to healthcare, says Stuart clearly. Yeah, like my health insurance plan now, I don't get any, like I get slightly discounted coverage, but I still have to pay like a couple $1,000 out of pocket before the insurance actually starts covering things. And even then, they may not cover everything. So yeah, it's just a fucking scam. As you know. It's always funny where insurance companies, we're there to help you out when you need us. But then as soon as you use them, not only do they do everything they can not to help you, but if they are forced to help you, they say, fuck you, and then they charge you more because you used the service that you are already paying them for. Cunts. God. Ram 50V. My timing was perfect. I finished my dinner and the last kitty finished, but I am sweating my balls off from that burger I've made. That sounds like a great burger. Charles Williamson, are you LGBTQIA plus? No, I am a straight honky. What is it? What's, don't we have, what's like the fucking dumbass white, gray, something fucking flag thing? That's so dumb. We're gonna make a flag too. What the fuck ever. Shut the fuck up. I am just regular old. According to a few people, I am the devil because I am the successful. Well, since I am a straight, white, cis, male, apparently I've been told that is the only reason why I'm successful. But it doesn't actually have anything to do with hard work, intelligence, knowledge, work ethic, will to want to work, enjoying your work, being good at your job. No, apparently I'm just because I'm a honky. Like, is that true? Then tell that to my boy over there that I've been working with for like 10 years, who is not a honky, who is one of the fucking best techs in the DC area. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Fucking people. Like, I know that is an issue in this world, but that doesn't mean that is the cause of, like, you know what I mean. I got to see my buddy, about a month ago. Came up for training with me. It's good to see that dude. Oh, and there we go. We'll keep an eye to see if she comes back to hunt those last little bits under that one. Actually, there's still a couple little bits and pieces. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Shit. The 7 p.m. Toast to the gaggle of goofballs. When you see here or the auto renews, there's sporadic. Apparently, Google auto renews goofball membership at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I guess that would be 4 p.m. Google time, something. But yeah, toast to the gaggle goofballs, subscribers, everyone watching right now. Appreciate you hanging out. And after this, we're going to show you what showed up in the mail. So cheers. What's your real nomenclature? What do you mean, like Mr.? Reverend, I guess you could say. I'm in the Universal Life Church as a reverend, so I'm like Reverend Scruffdog, kind of. Fan Plant, what is this goofball thing? That is my $1.99 a month membership to get access to a shitload of members only videos. Typically do a less than 10-minute video on Monday, and then an over 10-minute, lots of times over 20 or 30-minute video on Fridays. Mostly forklift stuff at work. That you get, like, you know, the special characters, emoji, you know, little gimmicky stuff like that in YouTube chat and all that, but just access to more videos. Hey, what's up, Ginger? David Garcia. All right. So, we talked about it. I told you I'd get it. This is what we got. We got this box, and then we got another box. Cool. All right. Moving on. No, okay. So this. Brick bling LED lighting for red. Lego red London telephone box. So this kit comes with light, like a couple lights, but this is like an advanced light kit for this. 1,460 pieces. Back up a little bit. So this will be an upcoming project. Looks like it'll be pretty cool. Does it give dimensions? I don't know if it does. I think it's pretty much... Yeah, I'd say that's pretty much life size right there. I think don't they try to do that on the boxes? Yeah, it says it's actually, ooh. It says this street light is 1 foot tall, so yeah, that's pretty much life size right there. Whoop. Whoop. Tap tap. Tap 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 tap. And I haven't opened the lighting kit yet. Shall we sneak a peek? If I can find something to cut this with. There we go. Come on. Come on. I don't even know how many lights are in this thing. I just saw there was a lighting kit for it. And it was made by BigClive, which means it's fucking awesome. Wow, holy shit, there is a lot of lights in here. A lot of components. Let's see what we got. So we got the usual brick bling. I guess I'll do this on the Lego night too. Brick bling battery pack. They probably also have a USB adapter in here. I think they do somewhere. We have a clear light thing. There's an LED. There's a LED strip. Let me just throw that on the ground for you. So that's going to be a big... I guess that's probably in the phone booth or something. There's a whole line of LEDs. There's a couple of a couple of jumpers. There's the little lighting hubs. Distribution blocks, I guess you'd call it. And then a bunch of more individual LEDs. Apparently the Lego, from the factory, as it were, comes with, I think, 1 or 2. But this comes with a shitload. I can get it back in the box. It's like a tent. Once you take it out of the box, it's like, nope. Or out of the bag, I guess I should say. Alright. So, that should be cool. We'll get to that in 4 months-ish. 3 or 4 months, I guess, at this point. Once we get past that B-2 bomber. Lego Wednesday. This is how far we are so far with the B-2 bomber. It's actually pretty sturdy at this point. Hello. He's getting big. We're at step, what is it? 165 of 1,189. Getting really sturdy, says Meme Jeff. Yeah, like the first couple sessions, it was like, I was just worried it was just going to pancake every time you picked it up. Before LEDs, Lego had small filament bulbs for lighting effects. But like, says Randy, 1979 Vice Admiral Tiger. You mean like fiber optic thingies? When you say filament bulb? Oh, no, you mean actual like tiny tungsten, or tiny actual filament bulbs. Sorry, I'm thinking like something else. No shit. That had to be horribly custom and probably expensive. Or they took them out of like dashboards, because a lot of like, you know, back in the day, those backlit buttons in a lot of dashboards had really, really tiny bulbs. You still have some? Chippy. No shit, that's cool. '70s, I've got some '70s 2x2 brick lights with a tiny 3.5 bulb in it. No shit. They were custom with special Lego connectors. Asmodeus Devil Luke also has an old kit of them. That's cool. I did not know that. They used wheat bulbs? What is a wheat bulb? Is that a company thing? Or is there something involving actual wheat in that bulb? Weren't they called grain of wheat lamps that had no holder and just two thin wires coming straight out of the glass? Oh, okay, so it was about the size of a grain of wheat. Gotcha there. Ram 50. Have you seen the Lego Wago 221? Asks a Jack Attack. Lego Wago 221. Are you serious? They have a Lego Wago connector. Like a Wago, you know, like Clive talks about, squeezy thing. Lego Wago connector. You can win a Wago 21, or a Wago 221-413 made from Lego bricks. No shit. Wago UK and Ireland. So y'all might want to look into that, because apparently in the UK and Ireland, they're giving away a fucking Lego kit for Wago connectors. That's, we'll see what we can do. If need be, contact me, show@scruffdog.live. If you think you can get a hold of one and get it to me, if I can't get a hold of one, we absolutely need to get that for Lego night. Like, abso-freaking-lutely. So it's a mission to all my UK folks. I guess anybody. If you can get a hold of one of those, let me know. We will work something out, so we can have that here for the show. Let it go. Let it go.
Ooh, you'll never see my Wago.
All right. From the wiki. Yeah, from the wiki, says Meme Jeff. A grain of wheat lamp is unrelated, very small incandescent lamp used in medical and optical instruments, as well as for illuminating miniature railroad and similar models. I probably messed with them when I had all those railroad kits when I was a kid. I had HO scale, like a ton of was it HO? Like the engines were about, you know, foot long, maybe 2.5, 3 inches tall. Like all the cars, I think that was HO scale. Cool Whip. Yeah, I'm totally stuck on that ever since I watched Family Guy. That whole Stewie thing, I'm totally Cool Whip. Every time I say Cool Whip or just most words with WH. A while. Yeah, a while. That's the other one I say. In a while. A what? A while. Oh, you're fine, Chuck Bill. I had an actual, Mouse says, I had an actual motor from a discarded toy, epoxy resined onto a Lego brick with a tiny brass pulley my dad made on his lathe. I remember you talking about that, Mouse. HO is close to OO. I know it wasn't OO. It was either HO. I know HO and then like N scale was around, but I feel like N was really small. How many amps is it rated for? It doesn't. They don't have an amperage rating there just yet, fam plant. But if we get a hold of one, we can. We'll see what we can do. I got some load testing equipment if we can get a good connection. The H was originally pronounced the H. The H in H. Or the H in whip. 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 HO is the US standard. OO is the equivalent in the UK. Me and Jerry both have layouts which are OO spec, but we use HO spec props for some stuff. Okay, Craig Matthews. Yeah, all my train stuff I got. My parents got rid of a lot of my stuff. As we were moving around. But I had a lot. I have like 4 or 5 engines, probably like 50 cars. I don't know how many feet of track. And I'd leave a bunch of stuff up during the year, and then, I'd build a bunch of shit around the Christmas tree. Generally speaking, I'd just do like a figure 8, and then one of them would go into like the corner kind of next to the chair, and then I'd do like a double outer one with a bunch of connections and just let them roll. Sit there, put like 2 of the engines on at the same time, and we'd have like bets on how long it would take them for to crash into each other. Shit like that. Top Smoke, what's up? Is that collapsing shelf video going around real? Where furlong screws of shelves collapse when a forklift hits them? Probably. Like a forklift, when a forklift hits a shelf, the forklift doesn't know it hit something. It just goes. So if you see a video of a forklift hitting something and it falling over, it's probably real. Like, you figure, like, even a small forklift is like rolling at you at 5 tons with a ridiculous amount of torque. Ah, the train club. Mouse and his train club. Wow, that's great. I look up and I see the word dick and 7 1/4 in the same sentence, and I'm like, Mouse? Oh. I was dicking with a 7 1/4 inch gauge train tracks today at the local club. That's cool. Different than what I thought you were about to say. Uniforklift. I mean, there are a bunch of forklifts that only have 1 fork. I mean, if you got the right, amount of tilt back going, like, you kind of look like that. Fork it. Fork it. Yeah. Mouse with an engineer's cap. That'll be pretty nifty. I haven't seen I haven't been anywhere with a good, like, model train set. I think the last one I saw was probably like 10 years ago. Yeah, where was that? I feel like that was in the, wow, what is that museum called? Like, modern Museum of Art or something. Baltimore. Is it Modern Museum of Art? It's like a weird... not that one. Like one of the weird art places down there. That's really fucking cool. It's got a lot of techie shit in it. Anyway. But yeah, either way, it's been quite a while since I've seen a cool a model train set. Mouse has posted, this is the actual place. I've driven this engine a couple of times, but not with the public being there. It's because he may not have had his pants on. But there are his links if you would like to check them now or whenever is convenient for you. I'll be here for a little while if you want to go look. The MoMA Museum of Modern. This is like industrial museum of industrial art museum or some. It's like this thing. It's like 3 buildings in a row. It's right down in the harbor. It's a cool place. They got a lot of cool stuff there. I just forget what it's called. I don't really go into Baltimore City anymore because the place is a fucking crime-ridden dump. Anytime I go down there is if I have to for work. Otherwise, I have absolutely no fucking reason to even cut through it, much less go into it. I used to go there like almost every weekend down the Fells Point, hang out. Everything was cool, chill place. Everybody was doing their own thing. Nah, you just go to Baltimore City if have you missed the cat? Yes, Top Smoke. They have already consumed. So if anybody comes back, I got you covered. I'll flip it back for you. Some trains are higher than the subway 630. I have no idea what that means, but I'm trying to be higher than the maglev. Is that the Japanese train, the maglev? Rifleman, Baltimore is so very special. Almost as fun as Detroit. Boy, we're fucking trying. We are trying hard. And like, we're trying to get to like RoboCop Detroit kind of down here. Like, it's pretty goddamn close to RoboCop 1 Detroit down in that fucking place. Mayor Scott's like, I don't know. He says he's helping, but I'm like, I realize I am outside looking in, but I'm also listening to the in yell for help to the outside. And it's like, you're not doing anything but fucking keeping your hair combed. Good job. Good job. Oh, boy. Scuffed Dog. When did the Inner Harbor go to shit? Asked Mr. Phil, 1969. Used to go there a lot like 20 years ago. Recently saw a dystopian video of the place. Pretty much 2020. Like it was looking kind of rough in 2018, 2019, but like you'd still be all right. You just, you knew where to go, where not to go. You knew how to travel and, you know, what time to be there and not. But as soon as 2020 hit and the police didn't do anything for a long time and anybody could get away with anything, it's just gone to fucking shit. So it's like the last 4 to 5 years it's like I used to go down there I did a couple drone streams from the harbor, like on a Saturday night. Great time. No problems. Everything was groovy. Even like the one I was there, like pulled up to a bunch of dudes. They saw the drone. They were like dancing and singing, and we were having fun, having a good time. I was nervous as shit because I was a new drone pilot and all that shit. But I had great times, and then really fucking quickly, it just flushed itself. So yeah, well, Mr. 420. Oh, let's see, what do we got here? This is the that purple power. Minute late 420. Cheers. Have a shot if you'd like. Have a sip. Maybe I should go get one of my joints. I bought a 5-pack of, I think it's Curio something or other. Let's see how we doing here. No, and I still got another tea. Ooh, boing. Oh, coffee is empty. I can move. There's so much room here with that computer going. It's a shame that's all going to go away as soon as I put that monster motherfucker in here. I'm going to have so much to rearrange. I had to get an extended pole for the center monitor because it doesn't go high enough, so I have carpentry to do. And add, you know, a taller pole, as it were. Doobie doo. Beware of the penguin. Drink Bud Ice. I used to drink a shitload of Bud Ice. Drink, as long as that penguin was on there, you knew it was cold. They are pneumatic. Fail on, but the accumulator union broke, so no braking. I once crashed a train full size in Germany. Ooh, bad pneumatic connection design. The hose went straight and broke the union. Ooh, yeah, that's not a good thing there, Top Smoke. During a decoupling brake test. It fucking broke. Does that mean it passed? If it's a brake test and it breaks, does that, like, you get the thumbs up? Hey, good job. They were a clasp brake, and the passenger trains used disc nor brunzet. Why does that look familiar? I haven't really worked with train things. I mean, not much. I work on, what the fuck are those things? Big motherfucking hauler things called again? That's a, why am I thinking TM-9? That doesn't quite sound right. No, that's not right. I don't know. One of those big things that hauls rail cars around. I'm a little high. I'm a little coming down from fucking all the anxiety of getting these computers going, because it's been a while and them 2 pins were really messing with me. But like train car haulers, I work on like Rail King. Rail King makes some. Why can't I think of the other one? Rail car movers. Now they're big and ugly. What the fuck is the other one? Not Taylor. Rail King. Oh, come on. How much money did you pay to make sure none of your competitors show up? Holy shit. Yeah. Rail car haulers. Shunter. Rail car hauler. No, not that. Ah, you douchebags. Anyway. These big ass things that used to move rail cars around yards and in the mechanics. They usually have them around like the fix-it shops for moving shit in and out of the garages and such. Yeah, where's Ed? No, not a railmaster, Ed. What's the one that starts with T? I forget what the one the hell that starts with T. They had one down at WR Grace. The one down by the water with all the cats. It's a T something -9. God damn. Switcher car. Sort of, but these things are very small and they can drive. They have tires and then they have rail things that come down. So you can do tires or trackmobile. There you go. It was TM-9. Yeah, trackmobile, TM-9. There you go. Them big ugly motherfuckers. God. Because we're a Rail King dealer. I think we still are. Or we weren't and now we are again or something like that. That had to fucking think almost had a meltdown. Well, I'm glad you weren't here because that whole thinking part would not have worked. A shunter. What is a shunter? Maybe that's a biscuit head thing here. Rail car shunter. Sort of. Except like if you look at a shunter, you take most of the front of it off, so it's basically just the cab. And then you put tires and shit on there so it can just drive on and off as it needs, so it can drive from rail to rail to rail. Like parallel rails, so it can get up, drive around, drive up, kick ass, come back, drop its wheels. But that's sort of it, except these are like a little more utility, I guess. 9TM trackmobile. There, Deltic's got it. Made by GM with Detroit diesels. Yeah, most of them. Yeah, they pretty much. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Yeah, the few I've worked on have had Detroits in them. I still see one in use every time I am in Homer, Illinois. There's one about 3 miles from where I live. WR Grace is, it's 20 miles or so. There's a few of the trackmobiles around. A few Rail Kings as well. Is network rail running at 25 kilovolts? I have no idea. I believe I know one person that would probably know that, but I don't know if they are here. Railroads here in the U.S. use pickups with rail car wheels to run on the tracks. Yeah, you see a lot of them running around. Maintenance techs, inspectors. As far as I know, that is what they are for. Top Smoke, my pal was involved with the train crash that was done on Top Gear. Nobby. I feel like I saw that. Trackmobile usually used for maintenance as well to get. Yeah, I generally see them at places where they have to haul rail cars around, but they don't need that on the track at all times. So they'll, like at Grace, they'll drive it down. They'll park it next to the Jeepster shop, or the Jeep shop as they call it, like the maintenance shop. And then when they need it, they'll go up, drive up to the rails, drop the rail wheels, and then do their hauling, move their shit around, and then pick it back up and then drive it back to base. Wise them used to have Rail King service. Who bought them? Either they bought somebody or somebody bought them. Willie Cat, yeah, used to haul cars with new rail on them to the locations as Willie Cat. There you go. Here in Belgium's trains run on 3 kilovolts DC. They run on DC there, Patrick? Huh. Wonder if they're using inverters to convert it down for AC motors. Kind of like how forklifts go, except, most forklifts are well, anywhere from 24 to 48 volts in the US, up to 80 volts in Europe. And we got a couple 80 volt, 72 and 80 volt ones here. We see, that's right, we see. There says id. Weesey did. Weesey did what? Buy somebody? Or see somebody? Did they see somebody? Hold on, my phone just whooped. I think one of the kitties maybe up. Well, like I said, I can't. Okay, somebody's grabbing a snack. One of the kitties are grabbing a snack, but I'm not set up to show Mr. Tabinator chowing a dowin. Well, look at all the big traction motors used to be series wound DC motors. Yeah, that's fun. God, I used to hate work. Well, I mean, it wasn't bad working on just some of the resistor systems on the way earlier DC drive traction motors and shit. Oh my God, it got so fucking ridiculously simple, but complicatedly simple, kind of weird. It was interesting. Are we talking about trains tonight, says Topswig? That's just kind of where we landed. We started talking about HO toy trains, and now we're talking about choo-choo trains and vroom vroom trains. Vroom, vroom. Oh, and mouse and trains and everybody with trains. How many I think I've only been on a... I've been on the metro, but I've never been on like a train. Been on like the metro, which is like, you know, the subway in Maryland. Basically similar cars to just subway cars. Chippy says the 25 kilovolt overhead was rectified and transformed on board the train to 750 volts DC. Dad showed me the transformer in a train. Ooh, then got yelled at by the conductor because he was off duty. Oh, we see Bout Rail King. Yeah, it's still recovering from stopping by my house. Mercury rectum fires there, Ram 50. Everybody gets Mercury. You get Mercury. You get Mercury. You get the Mercury. Ding. So I just toast myself or something. Put that over there. I think I'm going to go grab a joint and smoke it. It's generally what you do. I'll go, oh, I don't know if I reported back about the computer, but yeah, I'll go double check the computer and I'll report back on that. The AC is quite new for diesel electric in the US. The new AC GE train engines even have a lightning bolt and AC on their livery. Yeah, all the Heister Yale shit, that's all AC, it all runs AC. They even have we have a whole line of lithium ion forklifts coming out now too. All the way from pallet jacks, which we've had for years. Some of the electric stuff, like your typical, like your order pickers, reach trucks, those have been obviously been around, and with lithium ion for about 10 years, I'd say. And now we're getting into bigger forklifts, all the way up to top loaders that unload 40-foot, 90,000-pound sea container kind of things. Still needs to be a limited run of like 10 t-shirts to say I smoke with Scruff, and all I can remember is this t-shirt. Well, as soon as we get enough people, then we'll do that. Get Bryce over here. See if we can make him unconscious. Needing a bridge swing for the sinkhole yet? No, it's just kind of getting a little bit bigger here and there, and I've had too much other shit on my mind to bother making the video about it yet. So I'll just let it get a little worse. 80 volt. I think there are 80 volt fuel cell container handlers Most of the container handlers start at 350 volt if they're lithium ion. Then we offer up to 700 volts. Top loaders, not even empty container. Well, maybe an empty container handler, but maybe not. I don't know about a full top loader on 80 volts, because that would be an insane amount of current. All the traction motors on engines used to be DC. That says Will the Cat. That's yeah, I mean, I know, most, AC motors in the bigness is, not necessarily old school tech, but I never thought about that they still used them a lot today. That is one huge lithium ion battery, says Randy 1979. Yeah, the batteries themselves, if I'm not mistaken, are approximately 5,000 to 6,000 pounds each. Like they are part of the counterweight kind of thing. Well, the batteries last as long as flooded cell lead acid batteries. I've seen quite a few lead acid batteries last over 20 years with proper maintenance and care. Yes, Ram 50 V8. No, they're not gonna. The lithium ion batteries, while they are quicker to charge generally, which is the advantage you get in not having to maintain them. That's the two advantages. Good, fast, cheap. Pick two. The advantages of lithium ion is you can charge them faster. And they will typically charge. They'll charge will last longer, and you don't have to maintain them necessarily. The charger and the BMS will sort itself out. But lead acids last a lot longer with proper maintenance. That's the trade-off. They last longer, but you need to properly maintain them. Though even a most poorly maintained lead acid batteries will last longer than a properly maintained lithium ion battery in an industrial setup. But again, quicker charge, no maintenance, no fuss, no muss. Ram 50 V8. Scruff, I have that sign, pick two, on the wall of my shop. It's an absolute fucking truth. Good, fast, cheap, pick two. Most cars are 300 to 400 volt batteries, even the smaller hybrids. Yeah, that makes sense. There's multiples of, 4.2 to 3.7. Well, 3.0 to 4.2, I guess, in most cases. But yeah, I wouldn't actually expect most cars. I wouldn't expect them to charge the cells fully to 420, would they? 4.2. You cut that down to 4.1 or 4 volts instead of 4.2. That battery will last a lot fucking longer, and you're only losing, a minimal amount of capacity. Stop, Sparky. Do the lithium ion batteries need a cool down period like a lead acid, or are they just go? They don't need as long of a cool down period because they don't get quite as hot. Because you got it. That will be properly and thoroughly regulated through multiple thermistors throughout the industrial batteries. So it will dump charge to keep it. It's usually 20 degrees, 30 degrees over ambient, and that's where it'll limit it. And it'll just charge away, and the current will vary per thermistors. Depends on how you treat the lithium. Plus, they are not going to likely be an 18650, and therefore will be more robust. Yeah, they're mousy. Traction lithium ion batteries are very different to the smaller ones you'll have in a torch or a drone. Yeah, I imagine so. Do the lithium ion batteries need a... Oh, cool. Yeah. Gotcha. I already covered that one. Zap Sparky. Good question. Don't Teslas use 26650s? That sounds like the number I read a lot about. There, Chippy. How's my girl doing, Chippy? By the way. Haven't heard about her in a moment. The Tesla has double the rated capacity. That's why they last longer. There you go. I love my 18650s. I got Sony, I forget what they are. It was like G something 6 plus or something GR6 plus or something like that. 18650s that were made in 2001 that I pulled out of my Sony laptop a couple years ago, and they still had 1200 milliamp hours of solid capacity in them. And they had been sitting dead, like dead for almost 10 fucking years. And I force charged them, you know, don't do that. Force charged them, brought them up, stuck them on a 56, and I still use them for a low. If I'm worried there's a chance of improper failure of a circuit, I'll put one of them in since there's less energy in it to go wrong. But you know, 20 fucking year old battery still is a usable 18650, and half the 18650s you get today don't last fucking 3 years. It's ridiculous. Chippy says she's not good. She's in the hospital with an infection and high blood pressure and arrhythmia. Holy shit. It's Mother's Day here tomorrow? That's weird. I didn't know that. I'm gonna go try and visit. Well, send her my love there, Chippy. Wish my girl, Miss Joyce, well, if you would. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Well, you won't. Okay, here. A cheers to Miss Joyce to hope that she feels better and can get back to Chippy so he can keep her up to date with the goofy ass YouTubers, like her crazy internet friends. So a cheers and a toast to Miss Joyce. May she be groovy soon. Ooh. I'd like to get stuck sometimes. Oh yeah, I was gonna go get a joint, wasn't I? Ram 50 V8. The batteries in my laptop I used in Iraq 20 years ago are still going strong. See, there you go. You know, they're probably Panasonics or Sony's. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? Fucking, they're awesome. Like, they knew what the fuck they were doing even back then. All right, I'm gonna go grab that joint so we can smoke that, and then we'll just do that thing. Hold on, my pinky really itches. It's funny, I got bit by something on Thursday, and then I woke up the next day and was all like blistery weird and shit. But let me see. That's the red is going down. Like I was just sitting like right here, and all of a sudden felt like someone stabbed me with a needle, but I couldn't find a bug. So, but it didn't go necrotic, and it wasn't a neurotoxin, so I don't know what the fuck kind of bug it was. But let me go grab that joint. I'll check the computer benchmark, and we'll see where we're at. No, hold on. I might as well switch back to this view because they'll move around if I'm moving around. Go booty. Crack. Samsung laptop. There you go. So it's probably Samsung sells in it then. Okay. Yeah, they're the other ones that know what the fuck's up. Especially now. Yeah. Nowadays, they were really good, fucked up. Now they're really good again. But yeah, I've actually run. I have a collection of the 5,000 milliamp hour 21700s that I use in flashlights and some stuff, and I have a bunch of their 3,500 milliamp hour 18650s. I feel like I got them from the batteryshop.com, maybe. Don't quote me on that. That could be, I have no idea if that was it, but it was like a local shop thing. I buy a bunch of batteries from them for like repairs. Like fixing scooter batteries and just flashlights and shit. Garbled user. Scruff, as the unofficial channel apothecary, can I send you something homemade that immediately annihilates most insect and arachnid bites and stings? I suppose you could do that. Email me at show@scruffdog.live if you don't already have the address. I will send it to you. Just make sure if you send me anything, I get a tracking number, because the post office is fucking shit at notifying you when something arrives at your P.O. box. What about nickel cadmium? Asked Will the Cat. I mean, the old school nickel cadmiums, like they're fine. I mean, rechargeable battery. Like I like nickel cadmiums, just the fact that you can just let them charge forever, and it's fine. I mean, you should obviously exercise them every once in a while. Any battery you should, but nothing for emergency lights. Yeah, they're fine for that. Alright, so what are we smoking here? We have the need for a new prescription. Essence J's Space Mints pre-rolls. 0.5 gram times 5-pack. Space Mints. Verano, there it is, okay. Verano Space Mints. Look at this little guy. Look at that little guy. Ashtray. Ferments. What did I have? Oh, yeah, it was from the days of vegan. Like, whatever. It's an ashtray. Got my little glass quote filter. It does kind of filter, especially once you get the res built up in it. It does catch some of the chunky bits as it whore. Cheers, everybody. Smoke them if you got them. If you have any left after all the fucking cheers and toasts we do here. Garbled user just had to buy a 150 degrees Celsius rated 1.5 half AA lithium primary battery. Why does it need to be that? Is it like sitting out in the sun or something? What's up, MK? Many prop airplanes still use wet cell nickel cadmiums to spin the engines up. I feel like I have heard that before. Would that be for the like the high voltage spin up thing that they got to do? Have I ever worn a zoot suit while smoking? I have not. The closest to a zoot suit I have had was, if you remember the music video from Ryan and Macklemore, Thrift Shop, where dude towards the end is wearing that like peach colored fucking sharp as shit suit and he's singing in the club, as it were. At a thrift shop up the road from me, they had pretty much that same exact suit that was like 3 sizes too small. And I checked and there was nothing extra to let it out. So I don't know if it had already been let out or was just made to be one size, but I was so frustrated that I couldn't fit in that motherfucking thing. Man, I would have strutted my shit on that. Me rocking around in a peach ass, almost zoot suit, rocking it. Temperature longer for testing autoclaves. Makes sense, Garbled. Makes sense. Yeah, I can see why aviation would use nickel cadmium. That is a very proven, safe energy technology, I guess you would say. Yeah, there you go. Next line down, as Mouse said. Probably because nickel cadmiums have a very low internal resistance and matching high current capability and a proven track record. Yes, they do. Lithium AA batteries are great in remote controls. They last year, practically never need replacing. Yeah, I have some, oh my god. What's the lithium ions that starts with E? The real popular, the big brand, it's a lowercase e. I got a bunch of those in AA and a couple in 9 volts. And a loop. Jack Attack got it. Yeah, I've been getting Eneloops. Started getting them a couple years ago. I have some Eneloop nickel cadmium. Actually, I use those in my the radio for air traffic control, my scanner radio. I have Eneloop nickel cadmiums for that shipped with a Panasonic charger, a universal charger, which is actually more useful than the batteries because I can charge lithium ion batteries on it as well as nickel cadmium and lithium iron. So that was awesome as well. Anal loop. Yeah, the good old anal loop. Help you pull that balloon out. There is now a wind advisory and lightning has struck within 10 miles. Be careful, a storm is coming in. Coming in who? Do storms not practice safe sex? Let me check here. If it looks good, I'll show you. There's nothing. Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, I'm right in the middle. So it's a little rainy out there. Boom. Good old Essex, Maryland. Hunt. Or, well, actually, Essex. No, I'm sorry. Hun is Dundalk. Essex is Babe. Hey, Babe. Everybody's Babe. Oh, my joint went out. God damn it. Running a mile. Light fucker. Ah, the ashes. Yeah, the ashes. Oh, the ashes. Well, so I have a lithium titanite battery titanium formula. And that's like 2 volts max per cell. And I can't use it until I get a matching BMS. That's, yeah. A BMS with lead acid voltages. There's gotta be something. Not saying you should use a BMS that would be made for, I mean, yeah, for like a lead acid thing, but 2 volts per cell. I've kind of heard of them. I didn't know they were 2 volt cells though, but I know all the different technologies are slightly different voltages. Celtic engine. The only problem with nickel cadmium is the voltage depression from overcharging. The so-called memory effect has only been demonstrated in a space application. Yeah, as long as you run them kind of, not hard, but you get full cycles out of them, most batteries will last a very long time. But yeah, what we got here? One that 7-cell holder for 7 and use nickel metal hydroxide double A's, says Chippy. I don't know when the last time I've seen nickel metal hydroxide, probably in like an old power tool. Top Smoke, I designed a container filled with Samsung batteries, 1 megawatt, 20 feet. Scuff, we back. What's up, Alyssa? Pretty sure you missed an R and added an F. You may want to try that again. But what's up? Either way.
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A scratch? Your arm's off.
No, it isn't.
Well, what's that then?
Phew. Boy, that just hit me like a fucking truck. Nice. Scruff, autocorrect going crazy. That's why you gotta do that long press and say add to dictionary. Oh. Unless it's an iPhone, and then who the fuck knows? They may have that, they may not have that. Apple's such a tight-ass fucking company, they probably don't want you to change their dictionary because they know what's best. Apple. Sorry, I've had a grudge with Apple since 1988, 87. When I bought the Apple IIc Plus, telling me the future of Apple. And then like 2 months later, the Mac, the very first Mac came out. And you don't got that. Tisk, tisk. Well, throw your phone away and go find one that does. We'll wait here. Go ahead. Come on. Monty Python, the bicycle repairman sketch came up in my feed tonight. Nice. I haven't actually seen that one in a while there, Top Smoke. This is rough smoke right here. Well, the cat, I remember there being an issue with reverse charging of long series packs of nickel cadmium. Yep. Every once in a great while, you will see that in lead acid as well. That's really weird. Mouse has to go. It is 1 a.m. and he has things to do tomorrow. We'll get your groove on, Mouse, and we'll talk to you later. Mouse has a cool channel too, if you didn't know. Just like right click or left click on his, was it 3-dot click on his name and go to his channel. Subscribe to that. He's got cool stuff. Yeah, right. Randy 1979. Apple. Everything broke on your laptop is water damage. Yeah, Apple loves calling anything water damage. I'm pretty sure they sit there, they take apart, and they take a water bottle and just go, yeah, it was water damage. Don't worry. Of course, you got to figure where they're taking them apart half the time is a fucking sweatshop. So yeah, it may be moisture as soon as they open it up. Whew, almost done. It's pretty good for just half a gram. There's a stream. I should have made more coffee. Hey, 8 o'clock. Cheers, everybody. Made it to the top of the hour. There's Mouse's channel. Thanks, Chippy. My headache seems to be pretty much gone. That's good. Ram 50V8 says, just putting a cell phone in your pocket can cause the moisture tab to change. Absolutely. Like on a hot summer, hot day, you start to sweat too much. Like your phone is fucked if it's in your pocket because it's basically in a sauna. And Apple is really good at placing them fucking moisture detectors at the closest air vent crack, anything it thinks that just a hint of moisture on a humid day might get there. That's where you will find that fucking white and red sticker just waiting for someone to sneeze within 20 feet. I think it's funny watching the European Union just beat the shit out of Apple. Yeah, they file a new lawsuit every, what, 4 or 5 months at this point, and every time Apple's like, alright, well, I guess we're just gonna bend over a little bit, and then they try to fuck with them on the backside, and then they get hit with another lawsuit, and they get hit with another fucking lawsuit. Like, it's great. EU is pissed at Apple's bullshit. A little bit of ball sweat's all it takes. Yeah, I mean, that'll create a sauna down there, too. Mm-hmm. Where is my control panel page? I think it's over here. God, this monitor system is just boned right now. There it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. God, everything is just a mess right now with monitors. Wrong microphone. Pretty soon, like we'll be getting out of here. I'll say in like 6 minutes. We'll hop on out of here. We'll hop off of here. Go put something in the oven. Come back and clear the room because we're about to do some carpentry. Mission control is going to be different. I'm going to have to re-aim the camera. I'm probably actually maybe I might have to aim the camera up more since this is going to be like up in this, like probably halfway through the steam is going to be where the top of that'll probably end up. Because I don't want the monitor, the lower monitor down here to be so low that I'm like looking down, and I want to be able to have like my control stuff to be able to come out from under it or, you know, be in front of it comfortably or whatever. So I'm going to push that monitor back as far as I can where the old monitors were a little closer. I should be able to push that one back. It'll be on its own arm. So that should help as well because I'm not trying to put so much weight. I don't want to put 4 monitors on this arm if I can do it, you know, with a separate arm. So I already picked up a different arm and I got a longer pull for that. Just in case you weren't here earlier when I explained what's about to go down as soon as the stream's over. Everything's getting unplugged. At this point, I know where all the cameras are. And now that this camera, my phone, works well as an auxiliary camera, I know that all the cables are going to stay where they are, so I can do more of a permanent mount with them. I have 100 Velcro zip tie wrappy things for cable management. I'm gonna make it as pretty as I fucking can, and then hopefully next Saturday we'll do like the reveal of it running, because so far it's just a fucking thing when you build it yourself and that shit just works. Like it's, I was like, yeah, motherfucker. That's great. It's really cool. I highly recommend it. You know, honestly, it's I don't think it's as hard to build your own PC as some people may make it out to be. Like, as long as you have a small grasp of making numbers match. You know what I mean? You know, simple Google and YouTube. Okay, what is the fastest Intel chip? What is this? What's a good chip for gaming? You pick your chip. Okay, what motherboard fits this chip? And then you find your motherboard. Okay, what RAM fits this motherboard? As long as you have a basic understanding, you can follow the chain. And then find anybody that, you know, everybody knows somebody that knows about computers. You find them and you go, how's this? And they'll go, yes. They'll go, no. You know, just be patient. Yeah, luckily every computer I've put together has posted the first time. I've not had one fail on initial post. Like, I've done shit, you know, overclocks that fucking crashed the shit out of everything. Oh, fuck. Speaking of which, kind of forgot again. The RAM. It is 75% of the way through the 4th pass with 0 errors at 64 gigs, 2 times 32 gig at 4400 megahertz, which is 800 megahertz over what it's rated for, and that's 2000 megahertz over stock rated DDR4. So this motherboard is already making overclocking better. Of course, there are so many goddamn power plugs on it, like, no fucking wonder. Jesus. Alright, so we got about 2-ish minutes left. We need a beard cam. Well, I mean, that could just be this. I could just... So, if this arm was a little stronger, I could just mount it right, like, underneath. RAM 50 V8. I learned about computers by dumpster diving in the early 90s and built my first desktop, a whole 4 megahertz. Hey, you know what? Back when 4 megahertz was around, 4 megahertz was the fucking jam. So that's all good. That's a great way to learn. I learned how to build computers by taking apart the Packard Bell I purchased and learned, like, I overclocked the first computer I ever bought. It went from, what was it, 66 to 75, and then at one point I was pushing it up to 100 when I did an upgrade on the thermal paste, like it, and added a fan, because it didn't even have a fan on the cooler. It was amazing. Just had the exhaust fan. That was it. They had an exhaust fan and an aluminum heatsink. Added a fan to it, ran it at 100 megahertz. Fucking thing was screaming. 12 minutes till 420. Oh, yeah, all right. You want me to hang out till 420? I can hang out another 11 minutes before it's like a massacre in here of cables flying everywhere. But at least I know where everything is staying, so I can do proper cable management, because once this system is up and running, I have no reason to move it literally for like 2 or 3 years. You know, unless something fails, which I'm actually having a problem with one of the LED strips that I added to this case, to the studio computer. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a BIOS thing, because I also did a bunch of BIOS updates, or if the light actually failed. I got to go into the BIOS after this to take a look, and if I can't find anything, then I'm going to pop the case open before I tear everything down, just to see if it's something I can sort out. If not, then I just won't have those lights working. Everyone, yeah, okay, I can hang out. Well, the cat, I still have 30-year-old PCs, even CPM. Ooh, even CPM, nice. My oldest computer I still have is, actually, it's my Sony laptop that I got them 18650s, so that's 23 years old. I don't think I have anything older besides my Atari 2600. As far as anything with computing abilities. I do want to do, maybe here we go. For those of you that are still here, here's the announcement to remember. I'm not going to repeat it for a while. Like, maybe not at all. All right. So here's something to remember. To celebrate the successful completion and setup of the office and having the 2 computers finally being a reality, I will do to celebrate the I don't know, having like 2 sweet ass gaming like setups like for gaming and studio computer. I will fucking live stream the one and the same Atari 2600 I played when I was fucking 8 years old, because it's now HDMI output and USB powered. So to celebrate our computer power, we will live stream an Atari 2600 for a while. If I'm not mistaken, I have a digital list somewhere that I can post so you can look ahead of time and you can request games. And I have sticks and paddles. I went and I cleaned them up, so I have all the controllers and like a shitload of games. Pretty sure I got Frogger. I'd have to look. I haven't actually looked at my collection in 2 or 3 years. Because right after I got it done, yeah, because then I can use the 4K input card. Yeah, like that'll work fucking great. And then we can just play fucking Atari here for, a few hours. Oh, I have a lot of Pac-Man cartridges. I think I have 5 Pac-Man cartridges, 3 or 4 Space Invaders, I think 2 Pitfalls. Can I come down and play as Mr. Phil 1970? Probably. I don't see why not. I'm pretty sure I got 2 or 3 joysticks, and the paddles come in pairs. So that's our special announcements for those that have lasted this long. That I won't announce again, but to let you know it's coming soon, I'll say, hey, late nighters, that thing we talked about. That way you know it's coming and you can prepare, and it'll just be a surprise to everyone else. But you can look at everybody and be like, yeah, we know what's up. So that'll be our little thing since you hung out this long, or since later after tonight, if you watched this long into it, it's our little secret. For Atari stuff. Stop. Open in new tab. Yeah, preferably. Ooh. I'll have to take a look at that. I think I have a stream up with my game list on it. If not, then I'll go through and I'll get it sorted out. So that'll probably, let's see. I'll make it on, since this is, kind of a Patreon-ish night, I'll make it on the old Patreon night on Thursday. So at some point I'll do, since not everybody watches shorts, I'll do a long format video, like a landscape video, so everyone gets the notification, and I'll give you the wink wink nudge nudge that just we know about, and it means it's coming on Thursday, and I'll announce it on the Wednesday, like the Lego Wednesday after the Lego night, then I'll release it. So that way you can plan for Thursday, everyone else is going to be surprised. Are you going into space? Says Mr. A-Cake. Not yet. We have to get everything sorted out. Like today I figured out that no matter what, the microphone and the mixer have to go on the gaming rig, so that if I'm playing multiplayer, I have that. So that means I'm going to have to change settings on OBS on this computer, because this will be taking it in. We'll see how good my video card does. I'll probably do a test stream at some point. Once I get a game installed, like once everything's set up in here and I can sit in here and get the new machine actually set up and installed and all that shit. We'll do a test stream with my current 4K capture card It's USB 3.2, 4K 60. But I'm only going to send, 1080 60 to it. So hopefully it'll come in pretty smooth and everything will be cool. And if it does good, then I'll tell you what it is. If it's a piece of shit, then I'll tell you what it is. Scruff in space. When I ask why Scruff is winking, it means the thing. Nice older. Oh, all right. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Thursday night. Yeah, whenever I give the wink, wink, nudge, nudge, it means that coming Thursday is the Atari night. That way we can. Wow, I wonder if this. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I have this has enough ass now that the game is off of it. I wonder if I'd actually be able to broadcast at 4K for absolutely no reason. Nah, there's really no point. I don't have a 4K camera anyway. So, yeah, no point in pushing everything just to prove a point. I don't see the point in that. Ain't nobody trying to look at this motherfucking mug in 4K anyway. So, thank you, Chuck Bill. Wasn't quite a sneeze, but a lot of my coughs look like sneezes. Sound like them too. I get a lot of a sneezy you. But anyway, oh yeah, we got 2 minutes to go. That's right. It wasn't that I was rambling on purposeless. I was rambling on for a reason. That gives me 2 minutes to try and. Wow, that is stuck in there. That thing was on there. Come on. Pack it. Come on. Shimon. All right, get on there. Get on there. 8:19. All right. It's almost 4:20. Close that. Put that back up there. All right. We are ready. We are ready for 4:20 somewhere. Wait a minute. Isn't it 4:20 where Lori is? I say that because I know Lori has spoken of her location. Well, her time anyway. That was rawhide. Yeah, it was a kind of a rough rawhide there, just me. I do tend to do that randomly, especially when it's just like. Yeah, I do that a lot. All right, it's 4:20 somewhere. So, cheers, everybody. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. We're getting ripped tonight and we're rebuilding the office. Yep. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Oh, hello. In the video, it can always be 4:20. Yes, Deltic engine. A little tap tap, and it can be 4:20 whenever you need it to be. Ah. Oh, why did I put my lighter over there? Let me take one more puff off of this. We'll have our final toast of the evening, and then let the chaos begin. And for you stoners and, well, anybody else, don't forget on Saturday, April 20th, our Super Stoner stream will be coming where I'm taking over 2 grams worth of THC. The recommended per dose is 5 to 10 milligrams. I will be taking over 2,000 milligrams worth of THC within about an hour and a half, I'd say, probably. Just because I don't know that I'll be able to handle that much sugar all at once, but we'll give it a shot. No biscuit head. Chippy. 420. I like 160 usually for a knockout, says Meme Jeff. I usually do 120 to 160 to get me a good body high. I actually had to crack into that bottom one right there the other night. Took 120 out of it. So, what is that? I thought I may have said something biscuit heady earlier today. Who knows? One of these days, I'll once all this chaos is done and this major project is finally fucking done, which my brain doesn't comprehend that this is almost done. And this has been months in planning, and it's almost done. Like I almost didn't swap hardware yesterday because I was worried that I'd fuck something up, like I was talking about with the motherboard, and not be able to stream tonight. And then I went, look, worst comes to worst, this still works. I can plug, like, the mixer is meant for mobile devices. I can make it work. So that way I got a lot done to make tomorrow even smoother. And I got work laundry done. So everything is good to go. We are progressing well. The only mystery I have is why that LED strip is not lighting up. I'm gonna have to check the BIOS for like a weird setting or something, or maybe the BIOS update killed it, or maybe I nudged a cable and broke a solder joint or knocked something loose. But I'm not gonna dip into it pre-stream, because I know if I accidentally unplug more stuff, well, then we're back in the same derp situation. Yeah, I try to plan. No, Chipmunk, I don't plan everything. Sometimes I really do just wing it. Like, sometimes the best plan, people are like, yeah, I drew this, I did that. They're like, where are your plans? I'm like, they're up here. And they're about halfway done because I'm about halfway done. My plans are finalized at the last screw, and I go, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I love, the best thing I love to do is walk into a Home Depot with a carpentry project and have not a fucking clue and just walk around like a kid. And just look at everything and then figure out what you need. Like, that works best for most of my carpentry, because you don't know everything that's necessarily out there. You don't know if some new fucking confangled thing came out that just cut your cost in half because you can save this from doing that and this and Bob and shit like that. So the biggest, my personal advice that works for me and seemingly some of you, Chippy says it's dangerous, you can spend too much. Yeah, but sometimes you can spend a lot less. For me, it works that I usually end up spending less, or I spend the same for a better design if I go look first. And sometimes there is nothing better. Sometimes what I came up with in my head is a simple and they properly function, and there's no newfangled bullshit. But I guess you just kind of, you got to be able to do take a step back and go, what are we doing again? A lot of times when it looks like things are going out of control, you have to stop yourself and go, wait, what was I trying to do in the very first thought? What was I trying to do? Oh, I just wanted a shelf. Why the fuck am I designing a curio when I just needed a shelf. What the fuck happened? And then you go, all right, let's try again for a shelf. Because we all do it. I mean, this fucking shit I'm doing tonight is I just needed this. But now I'm like, bah! But it, clang. You know, like projects run away, and every once in a while you got to go, what was the first thought? Prioritize your goals. There you go, Ed. So, I do not need every still working circuit. Right, yeah, exactly. You don't need to go to your fuse panel and go, all right, I'm going to have to put a double pole on that. What are you doing again? Putting new lighting in the garage. What the fuck are you doing with a double pole for light? What? Calm down. Calm down. Yeah. So here I am rambling on. All right. So I'm going to go, hopefully not break stuff. And be on the lookout for the wink wink nudge nudge video in a week or two. You'll know what's up. And we shall go from there. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Quick thank you. And I will be here one way or the other Wednesday, because obviously this, well, I mean, yeah, obviously this works, but you're getting ready to tear it apart, asshole. The one advantage I have for one day is if everything on Wednesday is if everything goes bad, 90% of the stream is off the phone, so I can just stream from the phone. So either way, Wednesday will be fine. If all hell breaks loose, and Saturday will definitely be fine. Either way, I have two computers that function. I can get one of them to fucking do what we need. So, cheers. Thanks, everybody. All right. I am going to get out of here. Thank everyone again for hanging out, and be groovy to each other. I will see you on Wednesday. Oh, wait. Hold on. Triplogram 50V8. A few years ago, I got involved with a protected house that needed a replacement breaker. A 1930s GE breaker. Actually found someone who had a new old supply on hand. Nice. The motherboard on my server downstairs is new old supply for a Dell 9020. But, good deal. Thanks, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday, and I'll come up with something for the Goofballs on Monday. I have no idea what. Might be forklift, might not be. We'll see what happens. So, talk to everybody later, and I am out of here in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you.